There's no doubting the talent coming out of this country, and that talent was on display this summer as Canada's senior men's national team took on Jamaica in the Jack Donohue International Classic. The team was able to bond in a week-long training camp and form what is truly a basketball brotherhood.
With Jay, I mean, he's been like instilling in me my whole life. You know, my goal should be to play for Canada, you know, when I'm this age, and I should be, you know, focused on making the national team. It's been my goal my whole career to, you know, to represent Canada and play for Canada. And, you know, fortunately enough, in recent years, I've been able to do that. And I went to Spain, I've been to Italy, and then this summer went to China and Russia. And then now playing with the senior team, I mean, it's amazing. It's like it's a dream come true. It's always been one of my goals.
It's always been something that's been, you know, big for me. You know, just the opportunity to get a chance to represent your country, you know, is huge. Most Canadians don't really get that opportunity. So, you know, the fact that, you know, I'm able to do it in sport is great, really. It's a great honor, and, you know, it's something that I've always wanted to do.
Getting out there is our first game we played together as a group. You know, obviously we have great talent, but defensively we felt like we could have done a lot better. We know we have to get better, but our offense will take care of itself. I played with the Vol when I was young for the junior national team. It was special then, but it's even more special now, you know, knowing that we have an incredible opportunity ahead of us. And not only that, I have my cousin Chris here as well. So, I mean, we got a lot of Josephs here. Looking on the back of our jerseys, like I said, we're going to have to start putting our first names instead of our last.
Whenever you can come back and represent your country and really, I guess, represent everyone that supported you, that's from Canada, it definitely says a lot. You know, playing in the NBA and in college, you kind of only represent, you know, the city and, you know, just your immediate family because the last time on your back. But really, Canada, it's everyone that's here and everyone in the country. Well, we've been here for 3 weeks with each other. You know, I practice every day, grinding it out with each other, playing games. So I think this is really like a family and a brotherhood. We're going to need that going on to South America because it's going to be, you know, everyone against us. No one's going to want to see us do well. So we got to continue building the chemistry, and we're going to need it in tough situations.
A lot of these guys I grew up with, I played with since I was very, very young. I mean, there's no better way to play basketball with the people, you know, you love and you respect.
This is going to be my 11th summer with the national team, and actually kind of coming full circle. My first year we went to Venezuela, so it should be interesting to head back there.
We're gelling together, you know, we're getting better chemistry. You know, I'm trying to, you know, bond with everyone. That's what's special about us. We're collectively always one unit.
Now, you know, coming into, you know, this new age with all this young talent that this country is producing, and, you know, they've gone to the age where, you know, they're really stepping into the light right now, and you know, they're you know, doing an amazing job of representing the country, and, you know, being able to be a part of that is definitely something special.
I want you guys to realize how much excitement there is around you guys. Across the country, you know, and in the States. You know, people are taking notice of what you guys are doing individually and what the program's turning into, and people are excited. And I've been doing a media tour, so you guys have a chance to change everything for this program and this game in this country because of how good you guys are and how you've developed, how you've worked, how you've handled yourselves. You know, this thing's just going to go like this.
This really is the golden age of Canadian basketball. As you can imagine, I'm thrilled that this day has come as we have our first training camp for international competition since we started this process, you know, well over a year ago now.
We have the players we want. All right, this has been a long time coming, but we have the players that we want. We've got guys
Obviously, there's a couple guys with restrictions this year. Anthony with his shoulder, and Kelly with his plantar fascia, and Andrew getting ready to go and enjoy his first year at school. But everybody else, we've got the best players in our country, and they're all in one room.
Playing for Canada is a great honor. I mean, representing your country, anytime you can do that, have Canada across your chest and know that there's a whole nation behind you, it gives you that warm feeling inside. I mean, it's unreal talent, unreal coaching. Everything here is so top-notch, high level, so it's been great for me to learn and experience this.
While they may not have immediate success internationally, it's gonna happen. And when you look at the NBA, outside of the United States, France has the most NBA players, but that's going to be surpassed in a couple of years by Canada.
First game got a little chippy at the end, whatnot. It was chippy both games, and we got to keep our, our head in the game.
They're physical. They can score, and I think we did a good job.
I think the first game against Jamaica was definitely a learning process for me in terms of the difference between the NBA game and a FIBA game. As a post player, it's a little bit more physical. You get away with a lot of more holding and grabbing, and it's something that, most guys, if they did that in the NBA, most of those guys on Jamaica would have been fouled out in game one. But it's an adjustment you got to make. With playing FIBA, you got to abide by the rules, and I got to change the style of play a little bit, probably play a little bit more physical, which isn't a problem for me. So it's gonna be pretty easy to adjust.
I'm just there for my teammates. I'll do whatever the team needs me to do. I don't have any personal agenda. I'm not out there trying to score points. I just try to play my game and just do my job. In the second half, it was up and down. We were up by 10, then they came back, and then I think when I went in with a couple minutes to go in the third, we were up by like 7 or something, and then they closed it a little bit. And then the fourth quarter, I remember I played the whole fourth quarter, and I hit a couple shots. My teammates did a great job of finding me when I was open. They set some good ball screens, and I was able to knock down a couple shots and then just keep it rolling from there. And we were moving the ball. Everyone was playing unselfish, and I was able to get my shot off. So I guess that's what I needed to do that game.
It's their home court, their country. So we come in here and we just want to be the most aggressive team from the front, from the start. And I felt like we did that for the most part, and we just fell apart in the end.
Thank you. Okay, let's do this. It was a physical game. That's what we expected. We knew we had to play a very aggressive style basketball, which is what we did. But I'm happy with where we're at. We haven't had that many practices, so we're still a work in progress. There are a few guys still that we need to get in the rotation and just see what kind of production we get out of them. So, again, Canada did a really good job. I didn't expect anything less.
I think we're too much of a competing nation, and we're all too much of competitors, where we are going to try to win this year right now, and we want 2016 to be the immediate goal, but we also have to be realistic with where we think we're going to be, and 2020 is probably where all of our best players will be at their prime.
I think just the new direction that it took, starting from last summer with Steve jumping on board, Mr. Barrett jumping on board, Jay coming back to coach. I think guys were just more, excited about that idea of a new look for Canada basketball, new young prospects coming up, and just the opportunity and knowing how much talent we have going in and being able to do something for our country.
I started playing on this team when I was in college. I made the team for the World Championships here in Toronto a long time ago. now. I snuck onto the team. By the end of the summer, I started in the World Championships, and I went back to my college team, and the college coach said, you know, we heard you might play in the NBA now. And, you know, I'd like to think they had more confidence in me than that, but you know, to them, you know, it was like a big deal, and it's the chance to play on this team, to play against pros, to compete against other professionals every day in practice, and at the same time working on your game every day, that allowed me to take that jump. And then again, after qualifying for the Olympics, you know, I went from, you know, playing in the NBA to being a starter. And then after going to the Olympics, I made my first All-Star game. And that's because I took the opportunity to compete in a team environment, but also work on my game.
Our pressure, getting up into them. I thought Andy started the game the other night, really the only guy I thought really pressured the ball hard. We've got to do that from the get-go tonight. And then a high assist game. We do those three things, we're going to take a major step forward.
All right, so just, good points, Coach. Offensively, we want to run. All right, we want to establish a tempo with our first big, get into the rim. We want to wear this team down. As the game goes on, we wear them down by keeping running. We've got to keep pushing ourselves as well. That'll help us get in better shape so that we can play at the pace that we want. All right, help our teammates. All right, and if there's any kind of pressure, we got to make sure that we recognize it and get into our press offense. If they're in the zone, we got to get into the zone, and we got to be crisp with it. We can't do what we want to do defensively, which is make them, start our offense late in the shot clock. I want to start our offense earlier in the shot clock. All right, so this is the key thing here for us tonight. And again, we talked about the other night. They came out and they hit us the other night early. All right, this is a war. All right, this is a war. We got to go out there and we have to be the aggressors right off the bat. Aggressive right off the bat where we're going right at it. All right, let's go.
What time is it? Let's go, y'all. Let's get better today. Let's get better today. Rebound and execute our offense. Let's not forget any plays today, y'all. Let's go. Count on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Second game we got down pretty early. I think at one point we were down 17.
Jamaica came out and they were hitting tons of crazy shots, and that was a big reason why they had the lead, and it was good. We showed some good character and some ability to stick together and use the home crowd a little bit and our pride, probably more than anything, to say, look, we can beat these teams. We beat them once, and let's stick together and make the comeback.
Jamaica knew in the second game, I knew they weren't going to let me get any good looks. So, I had to just use the shot fake a little bit, get in the lane and try to create. And I was able to find Andy a couple times. And, he went to work that game. And then, I'm sure the next time we play them, they'll be focused on him. So we'll just see whose turn it is,
Brady on the floor, stretches everything out. So it gives us more opportunity to get drives, get in the lane, open up lanes for bigs. And obviously they can't guard two guys at once.
I think being down by 17 was great for us. I think it was a good thing that we were actually down in that game, because I think if we came out and beat Jamaica by 20, 30, we wouldn't really learn nothing. We'd think that we've arrived and we think that there'd be nothing to work on. So it was a great thing that their players got hot, but it really tested us as a team. Just guys really just dug deep down inside of themselves and said, we're at home. We really want to go out there and show them what we've been working on.
We're playing Jamaica in our country, for one, in front of our fans. We knew we had to gut it out and get the win some way, somehow. And we were able to do that, which shows that we have heart, which shows that we're hard-nosed and we're not going to lay down no matter the situation.
When our backs were against the wall, we came together as a group and we were able to get the W.
Good job, Joe.
It is a physical game, and when you talk to players that have been around it, and I think that's why, the veteran presence that Canada does have, that depth is going to be important. but they like to swallow the whistle, the officials, and that's just the way it is internationally. And the teams that can deal with that are the ones that can be successful. And even you look at USA, they had, you know, a time period where they had to learn how to deal with that. And so as the young players that Canada has on their roster that are in the NBA, as they learn to deal with it, and I think you saw that from the first game to the second game with like a Tristan Thompson, and really controlling his emotions, and the way he played on Saturday night was absolutely tremendous.
We had 2 tough games, 2 battles, both went down to the wire, and hopefully we just continue to grow and learn and get better as we continue to go on this journey trying to get to the next stage of the FIBA tournament. For me, Canadian basketball has always been on the rise because they always had Steve Nash, so Canadian basketball has been there. But I mean, if you look at both rosters, you know, we have a guy that can play for Canada, and they have some guys that can play for Jamaica, so that speaks volumes about both countries and the way to develop their players and just the genealogy that both countries have. So hopefully we continue to grow together and have some more battles in the years to come.
Obviously, we know that we haven't done anything yet. You know, we just got put together. Everybody, you know, starting to play. Everybody, you know, hopefully everybody's healthy. But we know this, you know, this is just the first step. We got to win games so people can stay.
One of the issues with the way the system is, if you don't qualify for the Worlds, then you essentially have summer off. And I've been around for a few of those, and it's tough when you got to come in for camp and you're essentially getting prepared for exhibition games.
Kids in this country are playing the game at a higher level. More of them are playing, more of them are watching, and the game is growing at an incredible rate here, not only as a fan base, but also as a talent base. So, you know, as somebody that you know, loves this game, loves this country, and loves this program, it's thrilling for me to look at the future, but also to look at the present.
When you have exposure, great things happen. Why? Because you have, you know, that opportunity. And opportunity and hope is a great combination to reach your dream.
My name is Tammy Sutton-Brown, Indiana Fever, and you're watching On Point. The fans are out here, Team Canada, parents are born in Jamaica, so it's a win-win situation for me either way. The entry, the support that I had when I was growing up wasn't this big as it is now. So it's kind of grown over the years with the Raptors, with the NBA, but also the talent has gotten better, you know, and I think people are recognizing that, yeah, we do have athletes here in Canada.